Did you know the way you sleep each night may influence how rested, steady, and supported your body feels the next morning? Most people spend years focusing on food, walking, vitamins, medications, and daily habits. But very few ever stop to think about what happens during the 7 or 8 hours they spend asleep. And after 60, that matters more than most people realize. Because while you sleep, your body is still working continuously. Your heart continues pumping, your circulation keeps moving, your blood vessels continue adjusting pressure and flow, your nervous system keeps regulating breathing, recovery, and repair. And sometimes a small nightly habit can quietly place more strain on those systems than necessary. Tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to pay attention to one thing that many older adults have never been told clearly enough. Your sleeping position may either support your circulation through the night or work against it. What surprised me over the years was not how complicated the solution was. It was how simple it was. Many adults over 60 spend years trying to improve their energy, reduce swelling, sleep more comfortably, and wake up feeling clearer in the morning without ever realizing that the position they sleep in every night may be affecting all of it. And once you understand what happens inside the body during sleep, the reason becomes surprisingly obvious. Stay with me until the end, because I am going to walk you through which sleeping positions place the most strain on circulation, why one position appears to support the body more naturally, how elevation changes nighttime pressure, and a simple evening routine many people say help them wake up feeling lighter and more refreshed. The science behind this is fascinating because it is not about expensive equipment or complicated routines. It is about working with the body instead of against it. Over the years, I have spent a great deal of time studying how sleep habits affect adults over 60, especially when it comes to circulation, blood pressure patterns, nighttime discomfort, and morning fatigue. And one thing kept appearing again and again. People who were doing many things correctly during the day still woke up exhausted, swollen, uncomfortable, or restless at night. Some exercised regularly. Some watched their diet carefully. Some took every medication exactly as prescribed. Some walked every morning. Yet, many still woke up with heavy legs, restless sleep, nighttime pressure sensations, or morning fogginess. And often, nobody had ever talked to them about how body positioning changes circulation during sleep. You spend nearly 1/3 of your life asleep. That means for thousands of hours every year, your body is depending entirely on posture, gravity, circulation, and pressure, balanced without your conscious control. After 60, circulation naturally changes. Blood vessels become less flexible. The muscles supporting healthy blood flow may not respond as efficiently. The body becomes more sensitive to fluid retention, and many adults notice swelling around the ankles, heaviness in the legs, or waking several times during the night. These changes do not happen all at once. They happen slowly, so slowly that many people simply assume it is just aging. But sometimes the body is simply asking for better support. During sleep, your heart continues working every second of the night. Blood still has to travel upward from the legs toward the heart against gravity. And when circulation becomes sluggish during long hours in one position, many people notice signs the next morning: ankle puffiness, heavy legs, morning headaches, poor sleep, frequent bathroom trips, or waking up feeling less refreshed than expected. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many adults over 60 experience exactly this without realizing how much nighttime positioning may contribute to it. One thing researchers have observed is that body position changes pressure patterns inside the chest, neck, and blood vessels. And that is where this conversation becomes very interesting. Your heart sits slightly toward the left side of your chest. The body's major blood vessel, the aorta, naturally curves toward the left. Your lymphatic drainage system, which helps move excess fluid and waste products, also favors drainage patterns toward the left side. That does not mean one side is magically perfect and another is dangerous, but it does suggest the body may function more comfortably in certain positions than others, especially for older adults. Let me explain. Many people sleep flat on their back because it feels neutral, but for some adults over 60, lying completely flat may increase snoring, nighttime breathing interruptions, or pressure sensations. Others sleep on their stomach, which can place strain on the neck, shoulders, and lower back, while also compressing the chest for long periods of time. And many people sleep on the right side simply because it became a lifelong habit. But when researchers began comparing different sleep positions in older adults, they noticed some consistent patterns. Many people reported feeling more comfortable, breathing easier, and waking with less pressure or heaviness when sleeping on the left side with gentle upper body elevation. Not everyone experiences the same results, and this is not a replacement for medical care, but the pattern appeared often enough that it deserves attention. I remember hearing from a woman in her early 70s who said she had spent years waking up around 3 in the morning, feeling restless and uncomfortable. She assumed it was simply stress or getting older. She had tried changing pillows, changing mattresses, changing nighttime routines, but nobody had ever suggested adjusting her sleeping position. She gradually transitioned from sleeping flat on her right side to sleeping slightly elevated on her left side with support between her knees. A few weeks later, she said the difference surprised her. She felt calmer at night. She woke up fewer times, and mornings felt noticeably easier. Again, not because of a miracle, because sometimes the body responds very well when pressure and circulation improve naturally during sleep. Now, I want to show you the 3 most common sleep habits that may quietly work against comfort and circulation after 60. The first is stomach sleeping. For younger people, the body often tolerates this position more easily, but after 60, many adults notice increased neck stiffness, shoulder discomfort, chest pressure, or lower back strain from sleeping face down. The neck stays rotated for hours. The chest presses downward, and breathing mechanics may feel less comfortable over time. The second is sleeping completely flat without support. Many people are surprised to learn that slight upper body elevation often feels dramatically different from lying perfectly flat. Even a modest incline may help some adults breathe more comfortably, reduce nighttime pressure sensations, and improve overall sleep quality. The third is poor pillow alignment. This one is extremely common. Many people stack several pillows under the head while leaving the shoulders and torso flat. Unfortunately, this may bend the neck forward too sharply for hours at a time. Instead of creating comfortable elevation, it creates tension. The goal is not to force the head upward. The goal is to keep the spine in a relaxed, neutral line. And now we come to the position many adults say feels the most supportive once they adjust to it, sleeping on the left side with gentle upper body elevation, not dramatically elevated, not sitting upright, just slightly raised, usually around 15 to 20 degrees, enough to support circulation and reduce pressure without creating discomfort. Many people use a wedge pillow. Others slightly raise the head of the bed. Some use supportive pillows under the upper body. The exact setup matters less than consistency and comfort. Now, let me explain why many adults say this combination feels so different. When the upper body is gently elevated, gravity may help reduce pressure buildup through the night. Many people notice fewer feelings of heaviness. Some report less swelling around the ankles in the morning. Others wake feeling clearer and more rested. And when left side sleeping is combined with proper support between the knees and along the torso, the body often stays aligned more naturally. That support matters more than most people think. A pillow between the knees helps reduce twisting through the hips and lower back. A small pillow supporting the side of the torso may help prevent rolling flat onto the back during the night. And proper head support keeps the neck relaxed instead of compressed. Small adjustments. But over 8 hours, small adjustments become significant. Now, here is another part many people overlook entirely. Fluid distribution changes throughout the day. By evening, gravity naturally pulls fluid downward into the lower legs and feet. That is one reason many adults notice ankle swelling later in the day. When you lie down at night, that fluid redistributes again. For some people, this may contribute to nighttime bathroom trips or feelings of pressure during sleep. One simple evening habit many people find helpful is elevating the legs for 10 to 15 minutes before bed. Nothing extreme, just lying comfortably with the feet slightly above heart level using pillows, a wall, or a wedge. Many adults say this helps their legs feel lighter before sleep and supports a more comfortable night overall. And the best part is that none of this requires complicated routines. You do not need expensive devices. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need to change everything overnight. You simply begin gradually. That is important because many people try to completely change their sleep habits in one night and give up immediately. Your body adapts best, step by step. For the first few nights, simply focus on sleeping slightly more on your left side. Then add support between the knees. Then experiment with gentle upper body elevation. Then add a short leg elevation routine before bed. Within a couple of weeks, many people say the position begins feeling natural instead of unfamiliar. And consistency matters far more than perfection. I also want to say something important here. Please do not become anxious listening to conversations like this. The goal is not fear. The goal is awareness. Your body is incredibly adaptive. Even small supportive changes repeated consistently over time may help you feel noticeably better. Many adults assume discomfort, poor sleep, heaviness, swelling, and fatigue are simply unavoidable after 60. But sometimes the body is simply asking for better nighttime support. I remember another gentleman in his late 60s who said he had become nervous about going to sleep because he constantly woke up uncomfortable and restless during the night. He started focusing on simple positioning changes, left side sleeping, slight elevation, better pillow alignment, and evening leg support. Several weeks later, he said something very simple, but very meaningful. I finally wake up feeling calmer. That matters, because sleep is not just rest. Sleep is recovery, repair, reset, support, and the conditions you create each night influence all of it. Now let me quickly go over the most important mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, using soft pillows that collapse completely during the night. Support only works if it stays supportive for several hours. Mistake number 2, raising only the head instead of the upper body. That usually creates neck strain instead of proper alignment. Mistake number 3, trying to force uncomfortable positions. The goal is support and consistency, not perfection. If your shoulder hurts, adjust support. If elevation feels too steep, lower it slightly. Work with your body, not against it. Starting tonight, focus on just a few simple things. Try sleeping more on your left side. Place a pillow between your knees. Experiment with gentle upper body elevation. Spend a few minutes with your legs elevated before bed. Then pay attention. Notice how your legs feel in the morning. Notice your energy. Notice how often you wake up. Notice how rested your body feels. Sometimes the body responds more quickly than people expect. And before we finish, I want to leave you with one final thought. Many people spend years believing their body is simply wearing down beyond their control. But often, the body is still working very hard for you every single day. It simply needs better conditions, better support, better positioning, better recovery. You are not trying to become perfect overnight. You are simply giving your body a better environment for the next 8 hours of your life. And that may matter far more than most people realize. Start tonight, even if it is imperfect. Even if you only change one small thing. Small nightly habits become powerful over time. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who constantly wakes up tired, swollen, restless, or uncomfortable at night. And if you try these adjustments, come back in a few weeks and notice what changed. Sometimes the smallest changes quietly create the biggest difference. Now let's make this very practical, because information only helps when you know exactly what to do with it. Tonight, do not try to create the perfect setup immediately. Start with the simplest version. First, lie on your left side. Second, place one firm pillow between your knees. Third, raise your upper body slightly, not just your head. Fourth, before you sleep, spend 10 to 15 minutes with your legs elevated. That is enough for the first night. Do not worry if it feels unusual at first. Any sleep position that your body has used for many years will feel familiar, even if it is not the most supportive one. New support can feel strange for a few nights. That does not mean it is wrong. It simply means your body is learning a new pattern. After the first week, you can improve the setup. Use a wedge pillow if you have one. If not, use firm pillows under the upper back and shoulders, not only under the head. Keep the neck straight. Your chin should not be pushed down toward your chest. Your head should not be tilted sharply upward. Imagine one straight line from the base of your skull, through your neck, through your spine, all the way to your hips. That is what you want. Comfortable, relaxed, supported. Then, look at your legs. The pillow between your knees should keep your hips stacked evenly. If the pillow is too thin, your top leg may drop forward. If it is too thick, your hips may feel pushed apart. You want the position to feel natural, not forced. Now, about the upper body elevation. Many people make the mistake of thinking more elevation means better results. That is not true. Too much elevation can create sliding, lower back tension, or neck strain. The goal is gentle support. A small incline is usually enough. You are not trying to sleep sitting up. You are trying to reduce unnecessary pressure while keeping the body relaxed. Now let's talk about the evening leg routine, because this may be one of the easiest changes to begin with. About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, lie down and raise your legs. You can place your legs on pillows. You can rest your feet on the arm of a sofa. You can lie near a wall and place your legs upward. You can use a wedge if you already have one. Stay there for 10 to 15 minutes. Breathe slowly. Relax your shoulders. Let your legs feel lighter. Many people over 60 are surprised by how calming this feels. It is not only about the legs. It also tells the nervous system that the day is ending. And when the nervous system calms down before bed, sleep often becomes easier. This is why I recommend connecting the routine with something simple. For example, after brushing your teeth, elevate your legs. Or after turning off the television, elevate your legs. Or after preparing your bedroom, elevate your legs. When a habit is connected to something you already do, it becomes easier to repeat. Now I want you to track 4 things for 30 days. Not complicated measurements, just simple observations. Number 1, how your ankles look in the morning. Number 2, how heavy or light your legs feel when you stand up. Number 3, how many times you wake during the night. Number 4, how clear your mind feels in the first hour after waking. Write it down if you can. Just one sentence each morning, because when changes happen slowly, the mind forgets how things used to feel. But when you track them, you notice progress. You may realize that you are waking up a little easier. You may notice fewer heavy mornings. You may notice that your body feels less tense. You may notice that your sleep feels deeper. Again, this does not replace medical care. If you have chest discomfort, sudden swelling, breathing problems, severe headaches, weakness, or symptoms that feel unusual, speak with a qualified medical professional. But for everyday support, posture and sleep setup are worth taking seriously because they are part of the environment your body lives in every single night. Think about this. If your body spends 8 hours in a position that creates tension, that tension repeats hundreds of times a year. But if your body spends 8 hours in a position that supports comfort and circulation, that support also repeats hundreds of times a year. That is the power of nightly habits. They seem small because they are quiet. But quiet does not mean unimportant. For many adults over 60, the goal is not to do more and more every day. Sometimes the goal is to remove unnecessary strain, less strain while sleeping, less pressure in the morning, less stiffness when standing, less heaviness in the legs. That is how the body often begins to feel more capable again. So tonight, remember the simple version. Left side, knees supported, upper body slightly elevated, legs raised before bed. Do it gently. Do it calmly. Do it without fear. Your body does not need panic. It needs consistency. And one final thing. Do not judge the result after one night. Give your body time. Try it for 30 nights, not perfectly, just consistently. Then ask yourself, do I wake up feeling different? Are my legs lighter? Is my sleep calmer? Do I feel more supported in the morning? Those answers matter because your body is always giving you signals. The more you learn to listen, the better you can support it. Start tonight with one small change. That is enough. And sometimes one small change repeated every night becomes the turning point you wish you had known earlier